both sides of the church, East and West, believe the same thing, but come at it from a little bit different angle. Today we celebrate what the Eastern Rite calls the Maternity of Anne, which we call the celebration of the Immaculate Conception of the Blessed Virgin Mary. So you notice in the icon of the feast, which we have here today, that it's Joachim and Anne embracing because they have received word from angels that they will conceive in their old age a child. And so we have here the Madonna House, ever since I came here, has been a place where East and West and the church have met and have been celebrated. So I love both rites, you know, and as a member of Madonna House, I feel extremely privileged to have had the experience of celebrating the liturgy in both, you know, both the East and the West.
In the early days, Catherine did not talk so much about her Eastern heritage. When Archbishop Raya came, he brought with him a translation of the Byzantine liturgy in English, and he explained it to us, and people just couldn't get enough of it. It just expanded everybody's understanding of what was there, what we had, the treasures that were in the Eastern Church. And we were more open to hear what Catherine had to say. And she started telling us so many more things about her Russian upbringing, how she was brought up in this whole tradition of the East.
And it was like something broke open and something beautiful started to happen with the integration of her own roots and the West. And so, in a way, I think Madonna House has been given the best of both worlds. I fell in love with icons from the beginning. There was something about them that was mysterious. As I've studied them and gotten to know more about iconography and the history of it, I can see why I have this attraction, why people are attracted to icons. The Eastern Rite believes that the presence of God is actually in the icon in the same way that the presence of God is in the Word of God, in the Scriptures. The icon is the vehicle for carrying you in prayer into this other dimension, the spiritual dimension.
Poustinia. It's so much a part of our life that we just think, well, the whole world must know about Poustinia. But that's a Russian word for a desert, and it's a day of solitude with the Lord, with the scriptures and some simple prayer and fasting. And it's just part of our life.
And the Poustinia, as Catherine writes about in her book, really calls you to a real stripping of yourself. You realize how far you are from God, but your desire for Him, I think, increases as well. And so that's a very painful process. But it's part of my vocation and part of the vocation of the whole community, because even though you may not live in Poustinia, we're all called to Poustinia of the heart, which means carrying that silent place within you.
In this world today, there's so much noise, there's so much internet, there's television, movies. God gets crowded out. These Poustinias that have become a very valuable tool for people to really listen to what God is calling them to in their life. I had never experienced an Eastern liturgy until I came to Madonna House. And now I love to sing and love to chant in those tones and those melodies. And it's real life-giving for me.
Pope John Paul, when he wrote that beautiful encyclical Light of the East about the Eastern traditions, he said to us the Church should breathe with both lungs, East and West. We're much richer spiritually because we've received so much from both lungs of the Church.
So coming to this community, for me, part of the drawing card was the East and the West and the integration of that. And so it's become me. It's become part of my life and who I am.
It's the understanding and knowledge of the liturgy, being able to participate in the liturgy, the experiences of prayer through the liturgy. It just has made me, it's just taken me out of myself into the highest heaven.